into that. When King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that. When King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that. When King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that. When King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that. When King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that. When King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that. When King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Borth back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that. When King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Borth back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that. When King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. Welcome to Adelaide Arena in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, and it is game 1 of 3 on the day for the RI St. M's, as it is the U18s in a matchup against Victory Honda from all the way over in Michigan. Matt Jolson in the broadcast booth with you today. Thanks for tuning in here on fansonlysports.com, your home for RI St. M's hockey throughout the season. Saints in the white with the red and blue trim. Victory Honda decked out in the black with the blue and white trim, as we are set and ready for first period action and about to get underway, and all the particulars in place. It'll be Carson Barnes in net for Victory Honda. And we should see Cody Buticus and net for Mount. Notables on the scratch list for today's game: defenseman Nolan King, forward Jack Oliver, forward Elliot Lingle, not dressed. Marty Magaletta and Logan Flynn, who have only played 2 games on the season, not dressed as either. The 5 players out. Back in the lineup is Jack Ani, who sat out last weekend. And on the second line center again, getting his 3rd game, is Nick Metelkin. Had 2 goals and an assist. Sorry, excuse me, had a goal, no assists in 2 games. His first 2 on the season, and may have earned himself a spot on that line with Venesinque and Montgomery. We'll see how that works as we go forward.
So 17 minutes on the clock as we get set to play. Two other games to come up later today in Northeast Pack action. It's the 15s and the 16s. They'll take on the LA Gulls. 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. faceoffs, we'll have those for you. But the U18s are underway against Michigan's Victory Honda. And it's Victory Honda with the faceoff win in the initial possession. O'Malley and Dupree dumped that one in. It's carried out here, though, by Pirtle. Pirtle will drop that for Gutworth in the backside corner. Horseshoes halfway around before it's kicked back out. So Honda will move this one through. Deagle tried to get it. Kicked back the other way by the Mount defense. Early opportunity and a shot and a save right away from Buticus. Cody Buticus from Sewell, New Jersey. 6 games played on the season, a 1.33 goals against average. Sporting a 94% save percentage. He's 6-0 on the season. Michael Calibret played the other 3 games, 3-0. This Mount team is 9-0 right now. Headed into a crucial stretch of the season. Venesinque tried to pull that one off. He's going to get it back as he pulls it off the stick of Waldo. It circles around on the opposite side. And it bounced off the boards, came back past Noah Mertz. Spinning with it in the corner was Chase Pirtle. Turns in for Melkin. Arm goes up from the referee. We're going to get an early penalty call here, and it's going to be against Victory Honda. And the Saints are going to get a power play. And it's going to be a hooking call. And it's on the 15 of Logan Weber. 2 minutes for hooking, and Mount's going to go on the power play. That's won by Honda. Spun around the boards. Comes back out to the neutral zone for Alex Boslin. Boslin will backtrack that one for Montgomery. Montgomery slots that one over. Montgomery streaking through and had it go wide. Boslin, Montgomery, Venesinque, along with the 9 of Thomas New and the 3 of Metelkin working on that power play unit 1 for the Saints. As Metelkin pushes that one into the corner. Bumped hard into the boards. New's going to pull it out for Boslin. Back for New. He'll cycle across for a moment, holding Boslin at the top. Looks, sends one right in the middle. Venesinque lined it up and had the shot. And just held on for the save smartly by Carson Barnes. Face-off to come down to the left-hand side of Barnes. Pushed by Cardilli. And then sent all the way back out. Connor Jingle. Off the side boards. Deflects it. Carried across for Murphy. Back for Jake Gutworth for a moment. Gutworth still trying to cycle. In the final 45 seconds to go of the advantage, Mount has really not had much of power play time in their zone. They've been pushed out hard by this high-pressing defense. There's Pirtle. Opportunity on the back side as it snuck through for Cardilli. Held in by New. Back for Pirtle in the corner. He's going to wrap her around. Jangle up top. They were looking for him. Instead, they go down to the corner for Cardilli. He has to try to go behind the back side of the Honda cage. Murphy pinned to the boards, as this one's going to come all the way down. Icing will be the call. We'll stop play with 13:41. All right, St. Seb's Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network is brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information, and by Hampton Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. Fans Only Sports Network is sponsored by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 30 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of the nation's #1 recruiting service. Join RREliteRecruits.com. And by Joseph Lammy, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Joseph Lamy, attorney at law. Visit josephlamy.com for more information. 9 seconds remaining in the man advantage. 13:40 left to go here in a scoreless first period. We thank you for tuning in on Fans Only Sports Network today. That one right back in front. Ani, an opportunity and 3 shots that came right in the corner for Mount there, and all of them stymied by Barnes. Now the other way, and an opportunity, a shot and a score from the 81 of Josh Deagle. Well, whenever you have a flurry like that on one side, you've got to be careful that you don't leave yourself open for the fast break. Mount got caught in the offensive zone, left the backside open. Deagle exploited it, and Deagle picks up his first goal of the season. The Saints are going to have work to do as Smith dumps that one all the way down. The aforementioned goal scorer, Deagle, tapped it for a second. And it's carried back by New, and they're going to say offsides. Is streaking through the zone was the 15 of Cardilli and the 20 of Omicelli. For Talacro. Off the backside of Omicelli's skate, it's picked up and craftily moved a long, hard shot that came from Kramer. And a save made and a penalty called in the same time. And it looks like we're going to get the 27 of Maddox Talacro to the box. And it's going to be 2 minutes for roughing. So that's going to put Victory Honda on the power play for the first time today. O'Malley in the corner. With a 92 of Meredith. And it's going to poke all the way back out. That'll get picked up by Bernard. Landon Bernard cycles that one out for O'Malley. O'Malley carries it back across, overlapping with Wall. Wall and Stingline. O'Malley trying to outlet for Bernard, instead goes well wide. Boslin's going to horseshoe that one around for the Saints. Riley Mullen out there defensively, along with the 13 of Hunter Bruce. And the 10 of Sam Caracello for the Saints, as that one will go down. Icing will be called, and we'll get a stoppage of play. 1 minute left to go on the advantage. Face-off won by Ani as the Saints tried to push that one around. Prosma tried to body in on the Victory Honda player over in the corner. Looked to be the 5 of Alex Brudek. Brudek fires that one. Prosma got in the way of it again. Prosma is becoming a grunt for Brudek right now on that blue line, and it's helping Mount. That one is a hard shot that you could hear clank off of the shin pads of Jack Ani. And now Prosma along with Venesinque. Christian Venesinque dragging, no call from the officials as Venesinque gets run hard into the boards, but a good opportunity. 11 seconds left to go in the advantage. 11 left to go as minutes stand in this period, as the stick taps will signify the end of the advantage. We're back to 5-a-side hockey. In this center, and that's pulled away from the 22. That's Ani on the backside boards along with Omicelli for Noah Mertz. Mertz pushes that to the blue line, can't get it. It's kept in by Honda on a dump shot, and it's chased to the corner. Mount needs to get this one out of the zone. They will. Lifted pass. Omicelli's going to try to chase that one back. Instead, it's going to be picked up, moved in the neutral zone. Sutton, as he gets that one for the 15 of Weber. Weber into the corner, and then it went all the way around, and it just pushed lightly, ever so lightly, on Buticus. Mount in a fight on the opposite corner now. Omicelli anew trying to work those side boards, comes back out again. Bernard pushed that one. Honda's going to go for a line change. It's going to leave Mount with an opportunity of space here. Murphy and New working through on the far side boards. That one just gets flicked into the corner. Kept in the zone briefly by Gutworth. Shot, score! Jake Gutworth flew one inside. It hits the stick of Pat Murphy and finds its way to the backside of the net. We're not at honors even at 1. And Pat Murphy, the North Kingston, Rhode Island native, the Brown commit, will pick up his 6th goal of the season. Gutworth's going to get his 6th assist of the season. They're going to give an assist to Thomas New as well. He'll pick up his 5th assist of the season. And with 9 left to go here in the first, we're knotted. That's the kickback the Saints needed. Carried here by the 57, and the arm goes up as Wall goes down. And they're going to call the tripping penalty, or they're going to call the hook. Could have called one or the other. And Mount's going to go to the box. Looks like Riley Mullins going to be the guilty party. He'll spend 2 minutes thinking about his transgressions. And Honda's going to go back on the power play for the second time today, 0 for 1 on the day. Smith at the blue line. Fired one, that hit traffic. And may have not even gotten through to Buticus. Still kept at the blue line as it's cycled all the way around. Looking for Dupree. Whistle. Arm is up. And they're going to call head contact on the 19 of Aiden Connell. And Connell's going to be gone for a moment as they're going to give him a 2-minute minor and a misconduct penalty. So he's out for 2 + 10. We won't see him until the second period, and Dupree's going to go in the box to serve the minor. So 8:42 left here in the period. And Dupree will go into the box to serve the 2. And Connell will be out until early on in the second period as it's a 2-minute minor and a 10-minute misconduct. So we're going to play 4 aside for 1:24. Carried in by Montgomery. Wanted to drop a cross for Ani. Taken away by Stingline. Stingline sends one and Buticus makes the save. Across the blue line from Jangle. Back across to nobody there. Brudek will pick that one up for Honda and go to work with Smith. Smith and Brudek on the backside line. along with the 15 of Weber and the 20 of Sutton. The 4 on the ice for Honda right now. Buticus has to paddle that one away, and it was dangerously close to flicking over. Here's Pirtle coming the other way. Pirtle just dangling one himself for a while. Mount's going to make a change. Drops that one off. Talacro fired. That one's blocked aside. Looking to find an alleyway to shoot once again as it bounces off of the stick of Pirtle. Pirtle then tries to dance around Smith. He can't as he's rubbed into the boards. Opposite side in the corner. Venesenque and Talacro trying to see if they can hold it into the zone. It's going to be carried out of the zone instead by Cruz Smith. Smith will drop that one. And Mertz will bring it back across to Omicelli. Back for Noah Mertz again. Mertz is hit at center ice, but he's able to dump it in. Mount's going to complete a line change. Penalties are clear, and we're back to 5-a-side hockey for the remaining 6.5 to go here in the first. Tied 1-1. On traded goals, Josh Teagle for Victory Honda scored first. Then it was tied up on a beauty by Pat Murphy. Noah Mertz around the backside of the cage, lost his handle a little bit, regains it, tried to go backwards, thought Omicelli maybe was back there, and Omicelli had actually overlapped him. Miscommunication between those two gentlemen. Riley Mullen makes a great defensive play down here on the opposite side as he was going toe-to-toe against an attacking Honda player. There is a Honda player down on the ice for a moment, and we will get a puck all the way down, and icing will be called. 2 more games to go here today from Adelaide Arena. 2 p.m. the U15s take on Long Island Gulls, and then at 4 p.m. it's the U16s on against Long Island Gulls as they open their Northeast Pack weekend here in Mount St. Charles. And that means 2 games today, 2 games tomorrow, 2 games on Sunday, and you can catch all those games right here on Fans Only Sports. Just go to fansonlysports.com, click on the Mount St. Charles flyer or the R.I. St. M's flyer, and that will take you right to the R.I. St. M's page to be able to watch the games. Or you can just bookmark fansonlysports.com/R.I. St. MS. And if you keep that page bookmarked, that'll be your homepage for all home R.I. Saints games through the 22-23 season. Though it is only October, so to speak, it will be by the end of this weekend. It is still a long way to march and a lot of games left to be played before we hit discussions about the playoffs and the national championship tournaments to come. Stoppage of play on the save by Barnes. So we'll get a face-off to his right with 5 minutes left to go. In all likelihood, we're going to see a brief 2-minute intermission after this period because of the fact of another game to play. And then we'll see the ice resurface in between the second and third. This is going to go all the way down. Could have been called icing, but instead it will be shepherded by Buticus, and that one is frozen in front of the bench area. It may have ping-ponged around for offsides. Murphy against Weber. Face-off advantage Murphy for Jangle. Pirtle chasing that one for the corner. Pirtle ran Smith into the corner, and then Pirtle gets ran into the corner. The arm goes up, and what are we going to get? They're going to call Chase Pirtle for cross-checking. So with 4:26 left to go, it's going to put Victory Honda on the power play for the third time today. 0 for 2 so far. O'Malley back in the blue line, calling for it. Looks, drops one on the cross for Meredith. Over, and a shot and a score from Bernard. So Landon Bernard will pick up his second of the season. And they've called a penalty on Carl Erickson for unsportsmanlike conduct. Cruz Smith having a conversation with the referee, and now like Noah Mertz is over there having a conversation as well. Nick Metelkin in the circle along with Blake Montgomery. The 81 of Josh Deagle is skated over for Victory Honda there. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's Benasinque. I couldn't see the one. And conversation from the referees to both sides. So a 2-minute power play here for Mount with 4 left to go. See if they can knock this one back. Montgomery. Cross for Boslin to Benasinque. Came back. Benasinque gloved it at the blue line. Mishandle there between Benasinque and Montgomery. Peeled away. Save made by Bunicas. Third back. And that one was almost dumped in on the opposite side, and Deagle was looking for his second of the game. 1:25 remaining in the advantage. 3.5 left here to go in the first. 2 in the box for Honda. Connell still serving the back end of his misconduct penalty. Erickson in for another minute and 10. Thomas New lost a handle on that one. Metelkin tried to go. Came all the way back once again as it's handled there by Janiskowski. Behind the Mount cage, moved along by Montgomery. He'll have to backtrack as Janiskowski is bothering him. And now Montgomery finally goes. Montgomery tripped down, no call from the referees. All the way down on Buticus. Bosland will pick it up. Bosland overlaps with the 21 of Pirtle. Murphy has the goal for the Saints today. Murphy dropped one and a shot from Cardilli. That is saved by Barnes. 26 remaining in the advantage. Can Mount get a drop and shoot? We've seen him do it a couple of times this season. Murphy will go in for the faceoff. Drop and shoot it is as Cardilli tried to pull the trigger and he had traffic in front of him. Pirtle. Off the side boards. It's going to deflect all the way back for Jangle. Jangle for Pirtle to Cardilli. And Connor Jingle's going to have to chase that one. Switches ice to the opposite side. They were looking to release out Gutworth. Honda coming the other way. Meredith had an opportunity to put it on his stick in a 1v1. Had to chase it to the corner. That one bounced off of the glove of Buticus, and it stuck right out, and it's another goal for Victory Honda. It's 3-1 as it slung around and ended up landing on the stick of Joseph Meredith, who had been lurking in front of the net. Meredith will pick up his 6th of the season. 1:53 left to go. A very different feel for this Mount side. We've seen them dangle the carrot in front of teams, be tied, be a goal up at the end of a first, but 2 goals down. We're going to have some hard conversations as Buticus is going to make that save. We'll get a stoppage of play again with 1:16. And if you have the short intermission like we expect we're going to see, you only have 2 minutes to be able to talk it over. Here is Buticus right off of his mask. Came the attempt on the edge side from Waldo. Number 11, Jack Waldo, where I'm sure has probably gotten the Where's Waldo joke so many times. Mullen across for Cardelli. For Waldo as he carries it out. He is met at the blue line by Alex Bosland. Omicelli, Gates Omicelli, streaking fire, score! Gates Omicelli pulls the Saints back to within 1-3-2 on his second goal of the season. 31 seconds left to go before the end of the period. And it's a Rhode Island show today as the 2 goals have come from the Ocean Staters and Pat Murphy and Gates Omicelli. Omicelli hailing from East Greenwich, Rhode Island. On the opposite side for Jingle. Cycles back around, looking for at the blue line. Was a possible pickup from Ani. Going to Sinkway and Metelkin through the middle now, but the horn is going to sound, and we're going to hit the end of the first period of play. They'll keep the Zamboni doors down, so it means we're going to get the short 2-minute intermission before we play the second period. We'll take a short break as well. You're watching RA St. M's Hockey on fansonlysports.com.
Pharmaceutical company Prevacus says their new concussion medication Prevacol helps repair nerves and promote cell growth.
We can get the drug in the brain in less than 5 minutes. And our plan is when we get that diagnosis on the field of play, give the drug nasally, get it in the brain quickly. When it gets in the brain, it actually gets into the nucleus of your brain cells, and it reduces swelling, inflammation, and oxidative stress at the same time.
When Jake and I first talked about this many years ago, one of my first questions was, will this help me? And he goes, no, this is for treatment immediately when a concussion or you think a concussion has occurred.
Yeah.
The acute problems that exist later on in life, if we can take care of these at an early age and start getting some of these things to our children and grandchildren, and I think we can make this game, our game, football, a safer place.
And so the whole goal is we're trying to make the game safer. And so Odyssey and this drug, we believe, can be a game changer in so many different ways. Yes, on the football field in the game.
A bevy of goals, 3 from Honda, 2 from the Saints. It's 3-2 after 1 as we get set for second period action, and the Saints pulling back 1 just 30 seconds before the buzzer from Gates Omicelli. Pat Murphy had the other goal earlier in the first period. It's Josh Teagle and Joseph Meredith for Victory Honda, along with Landon Bernard. And that's their 3. Penalty boxes empty in terms of minor penalties. Oh, right on the other side! Tic-tac-toe! It's tie game! Nick Metelkin will pick up his 2nd of the season in just his 3rd game, and they're going to get called for unsportsmanlike conduct again. Brudik's going to go to the box for unsportsmanlike conduct after the play. The goal will stand, and we're knotted at 3. Metelkin will get the goal. Venesinque is going to pick up his 2nd assist of the season. And now the Honda coaching staff wants to have a discussion with the referee. And he wants to know why he's gotten 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties assessed, and Mount hasn't had any assessed against them. And the referee's saying to the coach, that's the standard I'm setting. If they do it too, I'm going to call it on them. They're not doing it. That's why they're not going in the box. We're going to go 5-on-4 for 2 minutes right after Mount just scored a goal to tie this one up. So 2 unanswered goals from the Saints to pull it 3-3. 16 left to go here in the 2nd. So it's Jingle and Murphy on the backside line along with Chase Pirtle and for Gutworth. Gutworth and the 15 of Anthony Cardilli are the other 2 to make the 5 on the ice on power play unit 1 here for the Saints. That one got a little bit past Pirtle. It's going to scoot back. Jingle's going to get that one for Cardilli. Cardilli holds, fires. That one was deflected and flies up into the netting. And we'll get a stoppage of play, a face-off that'll come up to the side of the net occupied by Carson Barnes. These 2 sides will see each other tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's going to be at New England Sports Village in Attleboro. And then Victory Honda will play their 3rd game of their weekend trip on Sunday at Foxborough Sports Center. They'll take on the Cape Cod Whalers, who we saw here last weekend. A game that looked like it was going to be a good one after the first period of play before Mount just blew the doors off of it. As seemed to be the modus operandi for Mount last weekend, blowing the doors off of absolutely everything. Every single Mount team that played here last weekend won, and won big. So 36 seconds left to go here in the advantage as it's cycled through by the 17 of Bosland for Thomas New in the corner. Cannot be controlled. It's poked out by Victory Honda. Back for Bosland in the neutral zone. Offside called, and we'll get the stoppage of play. All right, St. Thames Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network is brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information. And by Hampton Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. Fans Only Sports Network is brought to you by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RR Elite Recruits. Sign up for your free trial today at rreliterecruits.com. JosephLamy.com and by Joseph Lamy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit JosephLamy.com for more information. Quick whistle and a face-off back of the blue line. 10 seconds after we dropped the last one. 5 left to go in the advantage. You'll hear stick taps out of one of the keepers pretty soon, as that will end the penalty and release back in. And Connell should be clear of serving his misconduct penalty in a short time, and that'll put Victory Honda back to full strength. As Smith moves that one on the blue line, chapped down by Talacro, shuffled over by Buticus into the corner. Talacro tries to get that one out by horseshoeing it back around. He can for the 14 of Venesinque, who will just dump it down as Mount will go for a line change. Venesinque right in front. He was looking to get a slap pass across and couldn't fully connect. Quickly tracking back as Mount blocked away by Buticus on the shot that came in distance from Erickson. Now Honda goes for a line change as Omicelli, who had one of the 2 goals to help tie this game up, cycles that one back for New. Kept at the blue line, down in the corner. Jangle flicked that one on, may have gotten a piece of Barnes' stick right in front, and an arm goes up and a penalty and a high sticking call, as there was plenty of fisticuffs between Cardilli and a few Victory Honda players. And Omicelli will take a chill in the box, as he'll get called 2 minutes for high sticking. So tied at 3 in a 2-minute power play for Victory Honda. Ani, as he tapped that one forward for Prosma, pinned along the side boards. Prosma still trying to kick at it. Eventually the referee's going to blow his whistle. It's a rugby scrum. Actually, it's going to get pulled out. Stingline throws one across, and that one went wide, bounced off of the backside boards, came back through, and somehow in traffic, it was completely seen by Buticus for the save. That was a screen and then some. Cody Buticus had like 4 bodies in front of him and was able to see that one through. And that's why he plays goalie for this team. And I get to stand up here in the box and commentate. Bernard, one of the 3 goals for this Victory Honda side. As they loop back out to him, he fired one well across. O'Malley from distance. That one went up and hit somebody's cage. You could hear the sound of it clack. 1 minute left to go in the advantage as Stingline tried to throw one in. 2 good shot opportunities by Victory Honda. 2 good defensive stops by the Saints. Bernard back at the blue line. Cycles that one over for O'Malley. Will get it down in the corner. Looking there for the 19 of Connell as he's out of the box and all the way down. Icing will be the call. 41 seconds left to go in the advantage. 11 and change left to go here in the second period. And we'll get the they're going to say it was a deflection. That's why the faceoff is down in the zone. Victory Honda wants it at center ice. It will not be a center ice faceoff because it deflected off of their player going down. So natural icing called. Mertz fired one in. That one was deflected away before it even got near to Barnes. Erickson tracks that one back out. tapped away by Mertz and then pushed out of the zone as Caracello tried to get that one to go. Venecinque, Caracello, and Talacro working the side along with Noah Mertz as they try to kill off this penalty. Omicelli in the box for 10 more seconds. Venecinque is just going to carry this one around and burn off the clock. That's going to get dumped all the way down into the corner. So Omicelli's back out. Penalty boxes are empty and we're 5-a-side hockey. He will quickly go to the bench. Mount's going to go. Actually, he circled back. So Mount's going to go on a line change. Thought Omicelli was going to go right for the bench, and he didn't. Omicelli works with Mertz, Talacro, Caracello, and Metelkin. Picked up here by Mertz. Mertz carries this one across, dumps it around the backside boards. It's going to go right in front of the Zamboni doors. Came back out. They were looking for Omicelli right in front. He was a little off to the side. Carried across instead by Victory Honda. They try to set up offensively, looking for an opportunity that could not be turned. Might have been Dupree. Now Montgomery. Montgomery drops onto the blue line for Metelkin, looking for Omicelli in the center, and it's kicked away defensively by the 13 of Cruz Smith before it even got near to Barnes. Montgomery tracked one back, trying to go left and right, couldn't hold it. Jingle for Montgomery. Bounces off of him. Giacani's got to go down, and he's able to block the shot away as Logan Weber was trying to take an attempt. And then the save gets made by Buticus. Nine and change left to go here in the second. We'll get the longer intermission. After this period, they'll resurface the ice and we'll get a clean sheet for the third, as there is definitely, as is usual in this building, a lot of snow starting to build up on the ice. Right in front, and a shot and a score off of the face-off. Victory Honda picks up their fourth of the game. And it's Kramer who puts it in the backside of the net. So Jack Kramer picks up his third goal of the season. So are we going to get a seesaw game? It seems that way. Mount's been down 2 when they came back. And a huge hit between Waldo and Cardilli. Cardilli continues on with Venecinque and New. Drops for Thomas New. New fired one, and that one went off of the blocker pad. Trapped in the zone by New. For Mullen, it went through Venecinque's wickets. Boslin will have to chase it back. For Cardilli, one-on-one. Cardilli can't get it to stick. Barnes kicked it away. Loose twig back at center ice. Not entirely sure who it belongs to as they fire another one. Oh, it's actually a Victory Honda player who doesn't have it. And it's Bernard. This one's going to come all the way down for an icing, and they'll pick up the stick. And that was Landon Bernard, who was littering equipment on the ice. So Murphy with a face-off. 8:48 left to go here in the second. Saints trailing again, this time by just 1. For Pirtle. Pirtle, Gutworth, Talacro, Murphy, and Mertz, the 5 on the ice right now for the Saints. They were trying to slot back to Mertz. Didn't go. Murphy was able to intercept that one before Honda got too far down. And now Mertz collides with a couple of Honda players, allowing for Murphy to go back and get it. Murphy thought about cycling behind his own cage. Tried to go long distance for Pirtle, couldn't connect. Talacro behind his cage. Puck not moving very well as there's a lot of snow piled up on this ice as we're 8 minutes from the intermission. Gutworth off the edge for Pirtle. That's the 5 of Alec Brudek in the corner, and there's a Mount player down in the corner, and now the stick comes flying all the opposite way of Gutworth. No call from the officials. For Murphy. Has Caracello. That one went right back in. On Barnes came back out. Caracello put it back in, and Barnes makes the save. So Caracello, Bruce, Prosma, along with Jingle and Jack Ani for the Saints. There's Prosma. Caracello had it bounce off the edge of his stick. Daniel Prosma inside. Prosma trying to backhand. Spins around instead. Caracello had an attempt. Hunter Bruce will pick that one up. He's bodied out on the side boards. Comes back out once again. Looking for Prosma. Overshoots him. Connor Jingle will cycle it around on the far side boards instead. Nowhere to go. And he's bodied into the corner. All the way back to the blue line. Prosma thought about pulling the trigger. Carries back in instead. Caracello will move it along now. Prosma looked to slot. Blocked away and cleared out of play by Brudek. Sorry, but that's actually the 6 of Sean Smith. And we get a stoppage of play on the icing call. Mount is knocking on the door trying to tie this game up before the intermission. Would not like to go back into the locker room down 1. Metelkin, Venesinque came back, tapped out of the zone for a second, held craftfully there by Boslin. He's able to poke it back in. Montgomery chased it to the corner. Boslin was going to try to redirect that one. Riley Mullen instead chases it into the far side as he's bothered deep in the corner there by the 92 of, sorry, it's the 57 of Wall that got in front of him. And offside is called as they streak back the other way, and Venesinque and Montgomery just a little out of sync. Should, for all intent and purpose, with 1 period left to go to play, be on time for the 2 p.m. face-off as the U18 Saints take on Long Island Gulls. Still business to be handled here for the 18s as Boslin will chase this one all the way down. 5:45 left to go here in the second. Cardilli dumped into the corner. Omicelli, huge hit on the 13 of Cruz Smith. Arm goes up. Are they going to call Omicelli? And they're going to have a conversation about this one too. No, the call is not on Omicelli. It's on Aiden O'Connell. It's on Aiden Connell for interference. It's going to put Mount on the power play. And Connell, who served a minor for head contact along with a 10-minute misconduct, now gets a minor for interference. He has served 14 minutes of penalty time in 34 minutes of play come the end of this period. Face-off won by the Saints. Jingle. Cross. Tapped away for a second from Pirtle. It will come all the way back It'll be held before it's moved along by Pirtle for Murphy. Murphy with a head of steam flicks one on the backside. Zamboni doors. Trying to deflect out to get to the blue line. Murphy has switched back out to the blue line now as Gutworth works the corner. Cardilli right in front of the net. It's Pirtle, Jangle, Murphy, Cardilli. As they work this power play unit one along with Jake Gutworth. That one is shot into traffic, pokes all the way back. It's in the zone, and it was moved along for a moment by Josh Deagle. Now Gutworth brings it back. Slot for Murphy, looking in the center. They were trying to get Pirtle to tap through, and he could not. No icing is called. The puck stayed up, so it's chased back. Mount goes for a minor line change. Venesinque pushes that one along the backside boards. Only gets behind the net. Doesn't get all the way around. Now it will get pushed all the way around so that it can be picked up on the opposite side by Alex Bosland. Sent back through the center. Metelkin trying to take an opportunity. That one couldn't go, and it scoots past Montgomery back at the blue line. 25 seconds remaining in the minute advantage. 4 left to go here in the second period. For Montgomery. Pulls inside. Comes around. Needs help in the center. Doesn't have it there. And Montgomery gets run into the boards. Now Metelkin's going to pick that one up. And it's again poked back over top of the blue line, and Bosland will have to chase. Penalty will expire in 5 seconds as Bosland works here with Venesinque, Metelkin, and Thomas New. Metelkin, shot, save, Venesinque had an opportunity. Bosland an opportunity, and Barnes comes up with another save. They are peppering the net of Carson Barnes, and he is somehow keyed in after giving up the 2 goals that brought this game back to 3. As no matter what Mount seems to shoot at him, they can't get one through. Are they going to have to snipe one to get the 4th goal? 3 and change left to go here in this period. Mertz comes in. Mertz sniped one. That one hit traffic, carried out by Connell. Connell's going to dump it down into the far side boards. They are going to whistle this one, and we're going to get a penalty for roughing. And are they going to get Mertz for throwing Connell into the boards? That's an awkward spot right at the bench, because if you just hit somebody, they're going to bend over the boards anyway. And Mertz just gave Connell a little bit of shove. I think Connell may have sold that one to the referees. So Mertz gets called for roughing. It's going to put Victory Honda on the power play with just 3 left to go here in the period. That's going to be icing. Face-off that's won by Honda. Shot and a save made by Buticus, and a little bit of pushing and shoving to go afterwards. Another snapshot save by Buticus after the faceoff. So we'll go back from whence we came. .243 left to go here in this period. Bernard trying to spin one. He got blocked away. Still carrying with it for Stingline. And that one was saved by Buticus. Bounced off of him. Continues on in play. Mount needs to try to clear the zone. Ani was going down, and that one slid just wide. O'Malley cycles back with it at the blue line. Keeps it just on the right side. Kicked away. Pops over and a score. It's back to a 2-goal lead at 5-3. And it's going to be the 57 of Seth Wall getting the final dose. That's his 4th of the season. So they'll call 57 unassisted. That's Seth Wall. His 4th of the season, 5-3. Back to a 2-goal lead for Victory Honda. Janiskowski, Bosland. The two of them run into each other and tussle at the boards. Cycle around for Pirtle. Drop down of center for Gutworth. He couldn't get a full hold on it. Last 90 seconds to go here in the second period. We'll get the longer intermission for the ice resurfacing before we play the third. Gutworth has that slide off of his stick. Comes back for Bosland. It's fished along, and offside is called. As with his back to everybody was Easton Andrews, and he couldn't see where his teammates were as he just flicked it. Gutworth and the Saints try to win the faceoff. Murphy has it for a moment. He will cycle around the backside of his board. Arm goes up. We're going to get a penalty against Victory Honda. So the Saints are going to pull the goaltender. They're going to go 6-on-5. Murphy carries across. Jangle. That one will be tapped, and we're going to get 1 minute of power play time in this period and 1 minute to start the third. As the delayed penalty is finally whistled. And it's going to be Kramer guilty of slashing. And he'll go in the box for 2. Prime opportunity for the Saints to get one before the end of the period. Bosland, Montgomery. Venesinque, Metelkin knew as Metelkin's stick got caught in the boards at the Zamboni door. Bosland down in the corner for Metelkin. Cycles around for Thomas New. Right back through the center. Slot shot from Montgomery doesn't go, and Bosland misses it at the blue line. 30 seconds left to go here in the period. Dropped for Montgomery. No there. And it's carried away and then dumped in the zone by O'Malley. Victory Honda will go on the line change. 13 seconds remaining in the period. That one again, a mishandled pass as Andrews is able to just kick it away defensively and through the neutral zone. That will take us to the end of the second period. The Zamboni door goes up. To our left, they're going to resurface the ice. We'll resurface ourselves and be back for the third period. You're watching RA St. M's Hockey on fansonlysports.com.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn, there's so.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn, there's so.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn, there's so.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn, there's so.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn, there's so.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn, there's so.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice.
Five, 3 victory Honda after 2. They resurfaced the ice, and so we'll get a fresh sheet of ice to play the third period as they try to get the spike peg moorings in place. And it's going to be 1:02 of power play time still remaining. Kramer's got to go to the box. And Mount will start the third period on a power play. Dispossessed, though, in the back corner by Erickson. Jangle will pull this one out. Tries to poke check it along for Cardelli in the center. Off of Pirtle, carried back across, and an opportunity by Josh Deagle. Had to be kicked aside by Buticus. For Smith. Off of the sideboards, back for Jingle. Pirtle. He works along with Murphy and Gutworth and Cardelli on this power play unit 1. Buticus will take matters into his own hands, throwing that one forward for Murphy. Just 5 seconds remaining in the advantage. As we played through the first minute, there's an opportunity right in front. Off of the stick of Chase Pirtle, can it be turned? Pirtle still has it. Mount's going to go back on the power play on a tripping call. into the corner and getting hit hard to the boards. Also went the 15 of Anthony Cardelli and the 19 of Murphy, and actually, sorry, it was the 16 of Gutworth and the 19 of Murphy, but we're just going to get the 2 minutes for tripping to be called on the 94 of Easton Andrews. So after Victory Honda kills a penalty, they're going to have to kill another one, or Mount's going to try to climb back into this game, which certainly the Saints fans are hoping for. They've done it once before, down 2. See if they can turn it again. Montgomery will pull that one off of the side as he's battled there in the corner with Logan Weber. Kicked along by Montgomery on the backside boards. Metelkin tries to pull that one out. Back to the blue line. Boslin will cycle it back and restart the offensive possession for the Saints. Tavenesinque dropped off for Metelkin. A little bit of miscommunication between those two gentlemen. And we get an offsides call. The 1:30 remaining on the advantage with 15-12 left to go here in the third. Faceoff that's won by Metelkin. Has to maneuver around. Boslin dropped for New. Thomas New tried to drop back for Boslin. Instead, it'll be taken by Venesinque. Venesinque turns, and then that one comes across for the 18 of Montgomery and hit off of the crossbar. Thomas New. Montgomery again right back in the front for Venesinque. New had a second opportunity, and that one goes down in traffic. And it's going to come all the way down icing. And we'll stop the play with 53 seconds remaining in the advantage. 14 and a half left to go here in the period. Gutworth wins the faceoff. Pinned on the side boards. Pirtle digging for it. So too is the 15 of Cardilli, and it pops all the way back out. Omicelli and Murphy will chase it. Murphy goes down, arm goes up. Wall's going to go to the penalty box for tripping. And a 6-on-5 opportunity now for the Saints as it's going to be tapped by Barnes. And we're going to have 5-on-3 for 22 seconds. As Seth Wall gets sent to the box, 2 minutes for tripping. So 5-on-3 for 22 seconds. And Mount will still have power play time. Jangle sent that one. Murphy, that one goes high and wide. Cycles back around. Kept on the edge of the boards by Gutworth. Gutworth for Jangle. Back for Gutworth again for Murphy. Sniping one. Hit traffic. Backhanded attempt from Cardelli got flicked up high. Still right on the doorstep. Whistle, stoppage of play. And now all sorts of pushing and shoving going down as it looks like a Mount player got sent hard to the ice. And there's going to be multiple penalties called, and it was Gutworth who got absolutely decked. And this is going to be a lot of red numbers on the board. They're going to have a conversation with the 19 of Murphy and the 18 of Carl Erickson standing between the referees, and Murphy's trying to wonder what happened because Gutworth has gotten put in the box, but Gutworth was the one who was prone on the ice and had gotten smashed from behind. So Cardilli gets called for roughing. Gutworth and Brudek slashing and holding. And so they'll put the 2-minute penalty for Cardilli up on the board. It's coincidentals against Gutworth and Brudek. It will negate the remainder of the power play. And we're going to play 4 aside. For a minute 31 before Victory Honda is going to end up with 29 seconds of power play time. And that sorts all the particulars on that matter. So 4 aside after all of that extracurricular occurrences. And a lot of open ice space now for Chase Pirtle to Pat Murphy. Back for Pirtle. Tapped by Stingline. He will try to shepherd that back one from Meredith from distance. Right in to the gut. Of Cody Buticus, and he was able to shepherd that one out. They will raise the arm. Icing will be the call, and another stoppage of play. All right, St. M's Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network is brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee-owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information, and by Hampton Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. Fans Only Sports Network is brought to you by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 30 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of the nation's #1 recruiting service. Join RREliteRecruits.com today, and by Joseph Lamy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit JosephLamy.com for more information. Murphy fired one that may have gotten a piece of Barnes and a piece of the post as well. 30 seconds remaining before there'll be 29 seconds of power play time for Victory Honda as we approach down to the 12-minute mark left to go in regulation. Saints still trailing by 2. Mertz takes Sutton off of that play, and Talacro is able to come away with the puck. Sutton then chases, as actually it was Januskowski, chases Talacro. Hard shot from Murphy that went high and wide. Pulls back for Waldo. Held. Waldo fires. Saved by Buticus. Will stop play. So 18 seconds remaining on the advantage as we stand with 11:50 left to go here in regulation. Still searching for 2 more goals are the Saints as they look to pull back and keep a hold of this so far perfect start to the season. 9-0 coming into today's game. Andrews for Erickson in the corner. Peeled back, now moved by Gutworth as he's come out of the box. Gutworth gets upended and no call for the referees. That was a chop from underneath. Cycles back around. Buticus will stop that one. And then now an arm and a whistle. And I think they're going to send coincidentals. So Erickson's going to go in the box for interference. Boslin's going to go in the box for interference, and that was more of just extracurriculars after Gutworth got upended down in the corner. Of the Victory Honda bench area to the right of our broadcast position. And there was no call from the referees, and if you retaliate, they're just going to blow the whistle. Now Erickson and Boslin are having a chat in the penalty box area. 11 left to go, 5-3 to Victory Honda. In about 28 minutes of time, we will have face-off of game number 2 on the day, as the U18 Saints will take on the Long Island Gulls, followed by game 3, 4 p.m. Eastern time or thereabouts, as the U16 Saints take on the Gulls. Coming all the way out was Buticus to dispossess and attacking Dupree. Jangle gets run into on the sideboards in front of the Mount bench by Logan Weber. Back in the center of the ice. 3 for the Saints. Hard shot that came. Venesinque has an opportunity to backhand. Jangle threw one. Venesinque now with an opportunity. He couldn't get one. Again, 3 opportunities. Jangle, Venesinque, Montgomery all having a chance. Nobody has been able to solve Carson Barnes since the 3 goals that put this game at 3-3. Venesinque off the sideboards was looking for Montgomery. Instead, it'll be taken away and carried along. That's the 92 of Meredith. They worked through with the 57 of Wall. Bernard's back there. Waldo and Smith along with Stinglin for this Victory Honda side right now as Waldo takes this one. He's moved off of the puck. Noah Mertz tried to move one across. Thomas New for Gates and Michelli. Held by Mertz at the blue line. No. Offside called. Face-off won by the Saints. Looking for Thomas New. Could not connect with him. New, Cardelli, Omicelli along with Riley Mullen. And the 17 on the far side of Alex Bosland as the Saints try to work through. Here's Omicelli. Omicelli had that one peeled off of his stick. Cardelli chases it to the backside boards. He'll kick it around. Looking back for Riley Mullen at the point. Mullen says keep it deep. Omicelli continues to hold it there as Thomas New brings it back to the blue line, dropping for Mullen. Sutton's going to take that one off away. Going the opposite direction is Janiskowski for Victory Honda. He's rubbed off the play by Boslin, who runs him into the boards as well. Mullen tapped that through. It goes off of the boot of New, through to Omicelli finally on the opposite side of the Mount bench. Cycled around as Erickson puts it back by the Zamboni doors. A chase by Erickson back there as he is able to push it, and Caracello tried to get it out of the zone. Deflection tip, no icing called. Mullen along with Hunter Bruce, Sam Caracello along with Daniel Prosma, and the 12 of Connor Jangle as Mount has changed their line just a little bit. And that's going to go up into the netting behind Cody Buticus, and we'll get a stoppage of play. Face-off won by the Saints. Puck left sitting. 3-on-2 opportunity. If the Saints can move a little bit more quickly, try to slot for Daniel Prosma. And Victory Honda was able to get back in time, and that was the 5-8 Alex Brudick. That one went just off the edge of where Cody Budikas was standing and just got called for icing. Jake Gutworth back on the ice, along with Pat Murphy, Chase Pirtle, Connor Jangle, Jack Ani. Flicked back in at the blue line, chased by Pirtle into the corner for Murphy. And that one got popped up into the netting, so we'll get a stoppage of play, and we'll go back from whence we came into the same circle to the right side of Barnes. Seven and change remaining here in the period. And offside will get called as Honda was sticking a little bit too fast. Down behind the boards. And it's pushed along, and that's going to be icing again. Face-off won by Victory Honda. They cycle it around the backside boards, looking to the blue line area. Talacro and Gutworth were able to keep it in for a second. It bounces off Gutworth's stick again. Talacro holds so that Saints don't get called off sides as Smith runs Talacro into the boards down in the corner. Sutton tries to carry it out, gets as far as the top blue line, and Noah Mertz may have gotten a stick to it and deflected it into the Victory Honda bench. Six and a half remaining. Benesinque. Shot for Montgomery, backhanded, and that one snuck just wide. Dupree for Waldo, offside was Kramer. The whistles continue to eke us ever so closer to 2 o'clock. Benesinque got run off of that play for Riley. Mullen distance from Mullen. And that one may have caught a piece of the cage of Barnes. No call for icing. Mullen comes back to get it. Montgomery will move it along. Has to cycle around. Montgomery and Boslin for the backside along with Metelkin. Montgomery got shouldered out. Smart play from Landon Bernard. For Smith. Switch ice for Andrews. Andrews. Tripping call and going to the box will be Riley Mullen for 2. So Riley Mullen's going to get called for tripping. It's going to put him in the penalty box. It's going to put Victory Honda on the power play with 5 and change left to go here in regulation and up by 2. A goal on this power play sequence would certainly put a nail in the coffin on this game. Whistle, arm up, interference called. And that ends anything that would have been of the power play time. Is getting called immediately is Trevor Stingland. He's going to go in the box, 2 minutes for interference. So we're going to play for a side. 10 seconds of power play time. So Mount's going to end up with 10 seconds of power play time on the back end of this one. All of that being, though, is going to be 10 seconds. Not really much to be able to establish anything. Andrews takes that one as it kicks on the opposite side for Smith. Smith lost an edge, goes down. Tried to get that forward for Meredith. Meredith has to track back into his own defensive zone, drops it. We'll leave it hanging as Mount will try to put pressure. Wall got taken down at the wall, and then he's able to flick it along. Foot race between Ani and Wall. Jack Ani is going to get there first, and Connor Jangle then will come away with the puck. Jangle, nifty little 360 move for Michelli, one-timer, still came back out, and that one's going to scoot all the way down the ice. Maddox to Locro for Pirtle. Michelli chases. Taken away by Cruz Smith. He cycles it all the way around. Pirtle will pick that up behind his own net. 4 left to go here in regulation. Saints trailing by 2 for the second time in this game, looking to try to see if they can get to hold on to their undefeated season. Murphy for Pirtle. Deflected off the backside boards. Horseshoe around for Noah Mertz. Mertz, hard shot. That may have hit defensive traffic. Mertz tries to pull one out. Arm goes up. And another penalty called from the referee as Murphy is down and without his stick. And head contact called on Dupree. And timeout called. By Mertz. So Dupree in the box along with Stingland. Mount will have 3 seconds of penalty time to kill before they're going to have 2 minutes of power play time, or 1 minute and 57 seconds of power play time. They have 2 penalties on the board. So if they could score within the 10 seconds of time on the first power play, they'd still have a whole nother power play with 3:26 left to go. One penalty's expired. 8 seconds left on the first. That one's likely going to expire here. We're going to have 5-on-4 for 1:47. 3 left to go in the game. Cardilli has that one sneak past him. He's got to come back and get it. Jingle flicks one up. Cannot get it fully to Gutworth. Off of the low glass. Comes all the way back in the defensive zone. Slotted through at the blue line. Losing his stick. No call from the referees as Gutworth got tied up. They're going to go ahead and pull Buticus. 6-on-5 for the minute and 15 of the power play time with 2:38 left to go here in the period, trailing by 2. Empty net to the left-hand side. Cardilli sends that one all the way around the backside boards for Pirtle. Pushes that along for Jingle. Back for Pirtle. Gets swept away. That's flicked up. It'll carry all the way down. Icing will get called as Erickson flicked it the length of the ice, and we'll get a stoppage of play with 2:22. Mount is dancing with fire right now as they have the net empty. Face-off won by Mount. Pushed into the corner boards. Cannot be kept by Thomas New at the blue line. He's going to have to track all the way back. Montgomery comes to get it. Montgomery against Januskowski. Montgomery slots through himself. Throws one in on net that's kicked aside. Back for Murphy. Held by Barnes. 29 seconds remaining on the power play time. 1:55 left to go here in the period. These two sides will meet at New England Sports Village tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Victory Honda will complete their East Coast New England swing at Foxborough on Sunday against the Cape Cod Whalers. Pirtle, Venesinque in the corner. Montgomery is going to pull that one. Across for Thomas New, a little too far for him. Right back out in front, an opportunity there for Gutworth. Venesinque trying to go at it. Little heads hit to Venesinque, and Venesinque can't get his stick free. Montgomery gets tripped down. No call there as well. Pirtle will chase this one back. Last minute and 15 to go in regulation. Huge hit from Stingline sends Pirtle into the boards. Mount moves the puck out. Murphy, as he works with Montgomery. Murphy throws one in, and save is made by Barnes, and he'll hold on to it for the stoppage of play. Face-off one. Brudek throws that one around. Empty net on the opposite side, and they missed it off of the stick of Waldo. He's going to have nightmares and want that one back. Cardilli flicks it out for Omicelli. Smith, that one deflected off of a Mount boot all the way across the ice and up into the stands. They'll get a face-off at center ice with 36 seconds left to go. They'll get a fresh piece of rubber. Metelkin against Erickson. Scooted back for Montgomery. Montgomery chased. Trying to poke at it was Sutton. Deagle had an opportunity at it. Erickson chases Omicelli. Omicelli's all tied up. Cardilli at the blue line goes for Venesinque. 12 seconds left to go. Montgomery's going to poke it along on the sideboards. Mount's just going to try to pin this one and hope that they can hold out. Cardilli for Venesinque. Horn's going to sound victory. Honda's going to pick up the victory. The 9-game winning streak for the Saints comes to a close. They'll look to restart a new one tomorrow as they'll play against this same Victory Honda side, 5:30 p.m. at New England Sports Village. That will do it for us here from Adelaide Arena for game number 1. We're going to be back on air in about 10 minutes' time or thereabouts. Our game number 2 is the U18 Saints will take on the Long Island Gulls. We will say, see you very shortly.